Hey there, I'm Eric with Black Storm Roofing Marketing. Welcome to our website. If you're here, you're probably either a roofer or roofing owner that is wanting to scale and grow your roofing business. And if that's the case, great, you're in the right spot. You're probably in one or two situations though. You're probably in one situation where you're wanting to do the marketing yourself and you're looking for resources and education to do that properly. And if so, that's great. We have plenty of resources for you, articles and trainings to help assist you in that effort. If you're in the other situation, you're probably a roofing owner that's probably super busy in the day-to-day operations of your roofing business, and you know you don't have the time and you don't want to hire the team in-house to do these marketing strategies for you to grow your roofing business, and you would like to partner with a marketing agency. And if so, that's great. That's what we specialize in, and we'd love to have you. What we'd ask you to do is if you're ready to do that, we would ask you to fill out the application form. And what that would do is give us some background information of your business and find out what goals you have and connect the two. You know, our team will dive deep and see how your current marketing is and how it stands against the competition and come up with a plan how to get you to reach your goals. And regardless of what situation you're in, I would like to, in this video, to dive deep into what a marketing strategy for a roofing company should look like, and maybe demystify a lot of preconceptions you have about what marketing and generating leads and accelerating your business growth. And so what I'd like to do now is share my screen and dive deep into what a good marketing strategy would look like. Okay, now you're on my screen here, and we'll go ahead and dive into how to increase sales for your roofing business. All right, so the first thing we're going to dive into is the modern day consumers. There's been a lot of change lately. 20 years ago, you could have had a very successful roofing company simply by pulling out an ad in the phone book. But those days are long gone. Today, everything is technology driven. We live in a very high-tech society, and our modern day consumers are very technologically advanced. They're heavy smartphone users. They're always connected to the internet. I mean, even 10 years ago, it was like in 2008, the first iPhone came out, and that was like really the first true smartphone. Before that, if someone had something that they wanted to look up online, they had to wait till they either got back to their office on the computer or, got back home to look it up. So they may write down and, jot something on a piece of paper and look something up, when they got home or next time they got to a computer. But that has all changed now. Everyone's got access to the internet and they're always connected. There's no more dial-up, logging online. There's no more of that. Everybody's got, smart devices. I have a Apple Watch, and I'm able to do searches right on my Apple Watch. Same with, I can call up Alexa, and she's actually awake now that I just mentioned her name here in my office. They have voice-driven searches, and this is what the modern-day consumers do when they are searching for a business. They use the internet in an instant. As soon as they have a problem, they pull out their phone or pull up their watch or ask Alexa or ask Google Assistant, and they find an answer to their problem right away. That is the new modern-day consumer. Next, we want to talk about what is a client worth to you. We need to figure this out before we talk about the rest. Like, first, we need to find out the value of a client before we know, how much work we need to invest in getting these clients. So one is it's calculating the CLV. That's the common term for it. One is, an easy, rough way of finding this is listed out right here. Find out your average invoice amount. You may have to, let's say, grab 10 of them and then, divide it, add them all up and divide it by 10. And that would give you a good average invoice amount. Then figure out, how many times does a client use your services? For roofing, it's a little different. If you do roof repair, you may have a client to use you multiple times. If it's roof replacement and you're in a storm area, they may actually use you a couple times. If you're not in a storm area and you only do replacements, hopefully that client isn't using you multiple times, or, next, once we find out the frequency a customer client purchase from us, and we then multiply that times the average ticket amount. Pretty easy math here. Let's say, just a rough example, let's say I get 450 times 3, we have an average client lifetime value of $1,300, and for roofing this is very low, being conservative here. On average, a client is worth that. So whenever your phone rings, you need to think, that is how much money is ringing on the phone right now. So make sure your secretary and your office staff knows that and is professional on the phone and treats the client with respect and has a very high level of customer satisfaction, because that is money. Think about, your number is probably much higher than this. It's probably $13,000, and just convey to them that is $13,000 ringing the phone right now. If there's a form fill out on your website, make sure they know that value of the client so they respond, accordingly. Business is, buy low, sell high. And obviously, profitable marketing, you want to make sure the cost to acquire your customer is low, and then you sell the customer high. So you want to constantly be looking to lower your costs while increasing your profits. So buy low, sell high. That's the game to find and attract customers and increase your profit margins. Next, two sides of marketing. I like to break a big complex subject down into two parts, and this is one way of doing it. Here is dividing marketing down into identity and promotion, and we're going to look at identity first. Identity, it is basically what your brand, the representation of your brand, what a customer would see if they're looking at your brand. So it would be your name, your logo, your branding, your reputation. That would be reviews and testimonials. It'd be your unique selling proposition. So if you had certain things your competitors didn't, that would be part of your identity. If someone were to talk about your company, what would they say? That would probably be in your unique selling proposition, your USP here. Your website should, obviously be a collective of all this. It should show your logo and your branding and your reputation and your unique selling proposition. Your literature, anything else you have that conveys what your company is, that is all wrapped up in what I would call identity. Here we have perception is everything. I put this slide in here because this is actually Joshua Bell. He is a world-renowned violinist, and he's worth millions and millions of dollars. And he has a violin. I don't know if it's that particular one or not. That's the violin alone is worth $3 million. And they did a social experiment, and they took Joshua Bell, who fills out concerts, to standing room only, and we're talking about several $100s per ticket. They took the Joshua Bell and put him in jeans and a t-shirt and stuck him in a subway and let him play. Let him play some of the songs he gets paid millions for. And only a few people even stopped to notice this guy that's in a subway, unknown, playing his violin in jeans and a t-shirt. And little did they know he's a world-renowned violinist that people pay hundreds of dollars just to see him for one night. And they're literally walking right past him and don't even know who he is. And to me, that's a huge message on perception is everything. So because he didn't market himself as being an expert, and they didn't, the people in the subway didn't know that. So they literally just saw basically what they thought to be a low value person, and so they gave it low value. So what you need to do is make sure the perception of your company is high value. So in everything you do, you need to give the perception of high value if you want to be treated with high value. So back to identity. People only do business with people they know, like, and trust. This is just a motto in marketing that I've always used, and I thought I'd throw it in here. So when you on your identity, you need to make sure you build confidence and make sure you get a professional design. You don't want to have your secretary draw up certain graphic pieces and it not look professional. You also need to convey that you are an expert in your field. All your branding needs to convey that. You also need to build trust within your identity. You could do this with reviews and reputation, testimonials. You can let the clients get to know you by having a chat feature on your website. Having frequently asked questions so they're able to get to know how your business runs and operates. Having an about section on your site, being active on social media allows customers to get to know you as well. We're going to jump into the other side of marketing. So the first part was identity, and that was what your company represents. Next, we're going to talk about promotion, and promotion pushes the customers to the identity portion of marketing. So how we're going to do that is promotion is wrapped up in advertising, SEO, social media, mass communications. If you advertise on radio or TV and newspaper and whatnot, that's pushing people back to your identity, your company's identity. Billboards in the same. Now, to even break this down further, you may be looking at this and thinking, okay, I know there's a million different ways to advertise my company, but what are the ways that I should advertise my roofing company? And I broke the promotion down to two sides. So then you can literally put all those avenues in two buckets, and you instantly know the results that you want to get by pulling from either one of the two buckets. So the first bucket is the push. Pushing your business promotion in front of the consumer. These are the types of advertising that do that. So TV and YouTube, you're pushing your ad in front of an advertiser that's not looking for it. They're looking at, something, a show or a funny video that they're on YouTube, and you push your advertising in front of it. Push advertising can be very effective if you have a very good offer or something that, really draws a consumer into, what you're advertising. Social media advertising, they're scrolling their news feed, and your ad pops up. You're pushing your ad in front of that consumer. Same with all of mass communications. That's how it works. They're listening to the radio, and your radio commercial comes on. They're flipping through the newspaper, and there's your ad. They're driving down the road. They see your billboard. That is push marketing. Next, we have pull marketing. And to me, this is the low-hanging fruit. This is where you want to be advertising first before you move into push marketing. So before you ever do the push marketing stuff, like the mass media type of advertising, I would start here and get these low-hanging fruits first. And pull marketing is pulling, these are you're going to be your hottest leads anyways, because these are the people that know they have have a problem, and they are actively searching for a solution. And you're just trying to pull them into your company instead of your competitors. So here are the ways to do that in search ads, whether it be on Google, Yelp, or Bing, or any other search engine. SEO, ranking in the search results. Someone's searching for a solution to their problem. SEO helps you, ranks your listing higher to get found. Map listing, they're doing this search and it lists you in the map. Phone book also gets you listed. I mean, someone's searching for a solution. If they still have a phone book around and they're the type of person to look in the phone book, then you want to pull them into your advertising. And this, yes, would be categorized under pull marketing. Voice search, when they a problem pulled up on the consumer's top of mind, and they're searching for a solution right then and there. They either speak into their phone, or they speak to Alexa, or they speak in their watch to find a solution to this problem. Sorry about that. Next, we're going to talk about when they search in a search results. Let's look at the anatomy of the SERP results. So if someone had a problem, they were looking for if they had a roofing leak and they're looking for a roofer, and they type in roofers near me, or whatever city you're in, roofing companies, they would get a search page similar to what we have here. And the first top of the page would be the Google search ads. This is another word for it is pay-per-click, PPC. The next portion is the Maps listing, the Google My Business. You got to fill out a Google My Business account to be listed here. And we quickly call this just local SEO. Next is the organic results. And this is actually where the majority of clicks happen on a search page. 71 and some change percent of all clicks are actually right here in the number 3 organic results section. Voice search. When someone has a problem, they're going to ask Siri, "Hey Siri, find a roofer near me." And instantly Siri's going to pull up a list of roofers around the searcher, the modern day consumer. I wanted to break down and show you the different voice searches that there are out there. Apple's Siri being the number 1 popular, the next being the Google Assistant. So basically, most Droid phones would use the Google Assistant. Third being Amazon Alexa. Alexa would be the third because it isn't on every phone. It's on smart speakers mostly, or the Fire Stick and Amazon devices, which isn't as prevalent as iPhones or Droid phones. To get listed in voice search results, one, you need to have a very good Google My Business optimized account. Next, same with Yelp. You need to have a very optimized Yelp account because iPhone, Apple pulls a lot of business data from Yelp. So does Amazon's Alexa. It pulls a lot of data from Yelp. Apple also has a business directory of their own that they also pull data from. Schema, but all the search engines will pull. Schema is special organized data that you embed in your website that basically you don't see. It's hidden on the back end of your website. And Google scrapes that, and they're able to extract all kinds of business data from it. And Amazon does the same, and Apple does the same as well. They all scan and extract the schema data to get information from your business. That helps you get found in search results. Having a consistent name, address, and phone number and across all the online directories. And this helps you get found as well. It helps rank all your local listings, your Google Maps listing. This helps with listing in all those areas. Another way on the pull marketing that we're going to cover is SEO, and that's search engine optimization. And this is the section I told you that gets the most clicks on a Google results page. These are, the benefits of SEO is, you get the hottest leads there are because these people know they have a problem and they're actively searching for a solution. That's why these are hot leads. I told you, it has the highest search traffic clicks, 71.33% to be exact. People have a lot of trust in the Google brand. It's even a verb, just Google it. People have a lot of trust in that brand. So when you rank on Google, they assume that Google trusts you. So they take that trust that they have into Google and they relay it back to your brand and assume that you have trust and credibility for Google to rank you high as they did. So if they see you listed high in the search results, they're going to automatically have that trust and credibility that Google has based in your listing. Next is the market share equalizer. You could be a small business, roofing company, going against some major giants that's been in the industry for many, many years. And SEO is going to help equalize your business with theirs because you're going to get a lot of search traffic and a lot of leads just as much as a major player in the field. High ROI because once you get listed, you pay whatever you pay to get listed from a search SEO agency, but then there's like no other hidden fees, so it has a very high ROI. Next, you have the 24/7 promotion. You're always listed. Unlike AdWords, you could set ad schedules, because you only want to pay for clicks that the times that you want. But with SEO, you always stay live. Your website's always listed. So no matter when someone's searching for you, you can easily be found. It's highly measurable. You can see, where you rank for certain keywords and watch your progression over time. Next, I want to cover local SEO. This is in, being listed in that map section. Some benefits here are creating your Google My Business account. It's free. It helps you show up in voice search. These are hot leads because obviously for you to be found here, a searcher is looking for the solution to their problem. This builds brand reputation as well because people are able to leave reviews on these accounts, and those reviews are shown in these listings. Same here, it's a market share equalizer, so you can compete with bigger businesses than you in the same platform and the same, neck to neck with them. You're one click away in the map listings. A searcher can, in one click they can see and read all your reviews. In one click they can call your phone number and dial up your company. In one click they can click your website and read everything you've got there. So it's very good to be listed in the map listings. The map listings also answers a lot of frequently asked questions, maybe like, what are your hours, phone number, your location, and a lot of different frequently asked questions like that. Next, I want to cover those search ads. The top of the search engine results, the benefits here are it's very extremely targeted. You can say, I want to show my ad for this and this and this and this keywords and only these, exclude all the others, and I only want to show it for this. And you can do that with search ads. It gets fast results. So basically, if you say, hey, I want to go all in today, I want to compete, hard in this online marketing, you can set up an account and basically be showing results literally tomorrow and get fast results. You'll only pay for results. So unlike, radio or TV, where you just pay to run your ad and you don't know if people are listening to it or seeing it or whatever. You only pay for, people who actually click your ad and go to your website or click your phone number and actually call your company. It's flexible. You can change headlines in and out. You can change your URL. You can change your website, change description, copy, everything. It's very, very flexible. It's very highly measurable. You can see, how much you're paying per click, how much you're paying per acquisition, per client that actually calls you. It's budget friendly. It can work with whatever budget you have. If you have, $1,000 to $10,000 a month, it will work with you based on your budget. I just wanted to show you here the progression of what ads look like, a little over 10 years ago in 2007, and then they slowly try to migrate it and make it look like a regular listing. This is what Google's been doing. So I want to wrap this up and basically cover how does all this increase your bottom line. Basically, we'll start to on the far left is your consumers, right? These are the people you want as customers. So we need to, drive traffic to your website, whether it be an ad or a map listing or SEO. We want to drive that traffic because these search engines are getting impressions, right? These are all the people that are searching on Google for a solution. You're not going to get every one of those people to click on your listing versus all the other listings on the webpage. So your job is to try to capture as many of those and bring them to your website as possible. And then once they're on your website, you try to convert the people that actually land on your website to actually call your company, right? And that's the job of your website. And then once they call your company, it's your job to convert that lead into a paying client, a paying roofing client who hands over you money to you. That is the whole goal of marketing to increase your sales right here. So, how will hiring a professional marketing agency explode your sales and your bottom line? A pro marketer if they're worth their salt, they are going to increase the click-through rate from the search engines. So they're going to be able to get more searchers on the Google search to actually click your listing, whether it be an ad or map listing or your organic listing. They're going to be able to increase that, even if just a little. They should be able to, a pro should be able to do a better job than, obviously yourself as a roofer, because just like you're an expert in your field in roofing, you should be an expert, more so than, a marketer in roofing, right? So same on the flip side. A marketer should be better at marketing than you are as a roofer. So they should be able to increase your click-through rate from the search engines to your website. They should be able to, once a visitor's on your website, they should be able to increase the amount of people who land on your website to actually convert and actually make a phone call or fill out a form. They should be able to increase those numbers there. Next, of course, it still ends up being your job, but a pro marketer should be able to find areas of improvement in your staff answering the phone and dealing with the consumer, and being able to optimize that to help you convert that lead into an actual paying client. So if you want, let's look at the difference between a pro marketer entering your business or not. If you can see on we just have listed here in an ad, but it could be anything, like I said, map listing, an ad, or, your organic listing. If we just increase it, let's say 5%, and then we move over to your website and we optimize your website, make some tweaks here and there, using some industry standards, and also some expert knowledge that we have from doing it, dozens and dozens of different roofing sites. We should be able to increase that conversion rate to get a visitor that's landed on your website to actually make an action, like pick up the phone and actually call you or fill out a form. And we're using very conservative numbers here, increasing your website conversion rate from 2% to 4%. That's a very minor and conservative number there. And then if we can, train your sales staff to handle that lead properly and convert from a 30% closing rate to your leads to an actual 50%, that is a 500% increase in conversions. You go from having 6 clients to 30 clients, paying clients. And if this sounds interesting to you and you want to take the next step, apply for a strategy session. The strategy session will get my team to look into your marketing and into your market and build a keyword list that people are actually actively searching for a roofer in your area. We will run a ranking report against your website to see how well you rank with all those keywords. We're going to review your on-page SEO on your website to see what areas of improvement you have. Next, we're going to look at your website and see what areas your website can improve to actually make a visitor want to call you or want to fill out a form. And next, we're going to just wrap it all up and give you one solid plan to increase the leads to your roofing business and dominate the local market in your area. And if you're interested into this, click on the apply button on the roofing marketing, blackstormroofingmarketing.com, or go to this URL, blackstormroofingmarketing.com/next step. We're excited to talk to you. See you soon.